Warning.
You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio. 7 Mile Radio.
Hello.
Hello.
Good morning, beautiful.
Good morning, beautiful.
Oh,
my God.
sister.
I know.
Okay,
My voice. I'm losing my voice. I'm not feeling my best today because I'm a little sickly, and also my heart is heavy.
Well, I do want to say I appreciate you for holding, our commitment to each other and
Yes,
still
yes.
being here, even though
I'm committed.
you're
I'm
under
committed.
the weather. I appreciate it.
And don't forget, my heart is heavy too.
Your heart is heavy.
Yes, my heart is heavy.
But can you tell us what you're about?
Well, we are sisters, right?
Uh-huh.
We have the same biological parent,
Yes.
and I am the little big sister.
Uh-huh.
And I'm all about flowers, romance, walks in the park, and last but not least, kisses in the moonlight. Kisses in the moonlight, sugar.
Hey.
Oh, I forgot the rest, but yeah.
And I am big little sister, Reese.
Reese Cups.
And we are here.
We in here.
Another episode of Sister.
We back.
Sister.
We back.
We
Hello.
we here.
We here. We in here.
Because we is
That's right. We be here.
here.
That's right.
Okay, so how are you feeling other than a little under the weather and
Well, like I said, my heart is heavy, very heavy. It's funny, when you said you want to talk about submission, right? And I was like, wow, that's part of the reason why my heart is heavy, because I lost my SB over that.
Okay, wait, what's SB?
My sugar bear.
Okay. Why would you come on, Michael?
That's the sad
lost-
sound. Okay, I'll give you a better one.
Okay, yeah. Let me say it again. Because I lost my sugar bear.
Yeah, I knew you was gonna do that one.
I lost my sugar bear.
So
So
I
now,
hope it wasn't over anything you were, expressing yourself on the podcast.
no, it's just, I guess I just wasn't submissive enough. Or at all. Let him tell it. I don't know.
well, that's a lie.
Well, I mean, I can be a little rough around the edges.
But not never submissive. It's not even.
Hey.
So maybe not submissive. Maybe stubborn. Could that be? What it is? 'Cause I don't take you as the type of chick. You're too soft to not be submissive. No, but you may be stubborn.
That's a good word. Yeah, that's a good word. Yeah.
If he's watching,
He's not
watching.
watching.
All right.
He's not watching. But that's a good word. But he probably would say that and more. But yeah.
Stuck in your ways.
I guess
maybe
so.
not
But I
submissive.
just feel like, I don't know. Why should your feelings be more valid than mine? I don't know. But anyway. Yeah, so I think being submissive, I guess, comes with a whole lot of things, right?
Okay.
What is your take? And
well,
would you be submissive? I mean, what would it take for you to be submissive to your man?
First of all, I'm a Sagittarius.
Okay.
The season is still in. We have
Okay.
Sagittarius is Sagittariusing, so she's
we have
not being
3
submissive.
more days, so I'm
Okay.
still a Sagittarius first.
Okay.
Hello, Anthony. Welcome. Okay, so submission is ready to conform to the will of others.
Okay.
So, conformity.
do tell.
Yeah. I feel like you have to be in the position to have someone submit to you.
What is that? What do you mean by that?
Well, it's not all financially, but financially, emotionally,
Okay.
stable.
Yes. Yes.
And just willing to, for me to be able to, submit. Like, you have to be leading me somewhere or educating me in some type of way. Like, I'm not going to submit to just anything.
I agree.
Like, because it's different levels to submission. And submission is
True.
not always sexually. See, the first thing
Oh,
people
no, I
think
wouldn't think that.
women tend
is
to.
sexually, or you supposed to just get down on your knees and when the nigga say bark, you bark. Like, no, but you have to have some type of, you have to make me feel comfortable.
Right.
And that's a safe space because everybody don't get that privilege. So you have to be able to elevate me.
Yes.
You have to be able to console me and treat me how I want to be treated. Now, I'm not saying spoon feed me Jello and shit like that.
Why he painting your toenails?
Yeah, you know,
and-
but just realistically, like you have
Hey.
to be able to provide something for me to want to submit to, because if not,
Yes.
you always gonna look for something outside of the relationship.
I agree. And to add on to what you said, I think that communication also plays a role because, back to my situation, like Mark said, I'm the type of person, I'm a very, whatever, but it's the way you come at me. You know what I'm saying? Now, I'm an Aries, and some people don't believe in all that stuff, but if you charging at me, I just might charge back.
I mean, but you're a fire sign.
That's what I'm saying. So it's the way you come at me. If you sit me down and talk to me and say, look, babe, this, that, and the other, then I'll be like, okay.
Right.
Yeah, okay, babe. But you can't just shoot me a text, say, do,
Right.
and I said what I said, and
Right.
that's it.
And you
can't do that.
You can't pick and choose when you want to. Because what's the
Right.
opposite of submit? Like what you just said, like talk to you a certain type of way.
Yeah.
And a lot of people might be like, well, I ain't got time to be babying you, or,
Right.
you grown. It's not about the babying, or it's not about talking to me like I'm a child. But
Right.
if you know that that's how I receive
Yes,
love
yes.
or receive information,
That's
like
right.
if you have to talk to me like that, you should make that decision before we go any further.
That's right.
Like you should have knew that in the beginning. Like, okay,
Yes.
every now and then I'm gonna have to coddle this bitch. I
You're
mean,
right.
respectfully.
And after a while, you should know what to do, what to say
And-
after a while.
Exactly. And then over time, when you learn, when you grow, because you have to grow together.
Yes.
And when you learn, like, okay, maybe I need to grow up.
Right.
Or whatever, or
Right.
maybe I need to adjust my attitude, or maybe I need to
Exactly.
let some things go. Eventually, he won't have to talk to you like that, or you won't have to talk to him like that, because it's a lot of men out here you got to talk to like pets.
You know what? Yeah.
It's two words that people talk about when we talking about relationships that create a divisive atmosphere between men and women when they brought up. One of them is submit, what we're talking about right now, right? And that's because I believe there's two different definitions in people's minds on what submitting is.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? And then you have men who believe that submission is both of these things, and then you have women who believe that submission or act like submission is both of these things, right? So what we're talking about is men who believe that the definition of submission is control.
Yes.
See what I'm saying?
Yes, Mark.
Right?
Absolutely.
There's some men who feel like, and so that's the reason why when the word submission is said to in conversation, some women automatically become abrasive because they've been they've experienced a man who implemented submission as control or tried to implement control and guise it as submission.
Or
You see
never
what I'm saying?
used submission and was in that situation. So now when you got somebody more mature and putting kind of like not a label, but like a word to it, then it's like
putting the
a
label
trigger.
on it without actually, I want to say, living out the true definition of it. You know what I'm saying? Just putting that word on it. So then, on the flip side of it, because to me as a man, my definition of submission is a woman submitting to me is allowing me to lead.
Yeah.
That's what submitting
See?
is to me. You know what I mean? That's
But
it's
you're
not
you're
controlling.
mature, see?
You
it's
an evolved man.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not controlling. Just no different than because this word comes from the Bible when we're talking about marriage, right? A man, a woman is supposed to submit to his, but now we don't ever talk about where it says the husband is supposed to humble himself to his
Oh,
wife,
my good-
which
yes.
is the equivalent.
And
of that.
most dudes don't do
And
that.
will give her a reason to want to
And
submit.
what that means to me is humbling yourself is knowing that you are
That's
the strength,
it.
knowing that you are the
Yeah.
provider, but understanding who she is and humbling yourself to allowing her to
Yes.
operate as your equal.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I don't mean allow her to operate as your equal, as if she's not
Give her
truly
the
your
space.
equal, but you treat her with the respect as your equal.
Because
Yes.
a lot of people, a lot of men, when they do pay all the bills or, you know, that aspect, and the woman can keep her money to herself, they automatically think that that's the gateway to submission.
Because they're applying the terms and conditions of the situation they were in that was similar to that to one, and it's like you can't do that. That's another problem. You know what I mean? A lot of us take the terms and conditions of other people's relationships and other people's situations, whether it be reality TV, you know, social media, or our friends, you know, and try to apply it to our lives and implement it, but it doesn't work because there's other X factors in those people's lives that make that work or make that not work. You see what I'm saying? Everybody is different, so you can't.
That's right.
You can't take what works for somebody else and apply it to your life. Just like you can't eat food that somebody else says is delicious
Right.
and it be good to
That's
you.
right.
Get allergic
You
reaction.
can't wear the clothes that fits perfectly on somebody else,
Right.
on you, and it fit the same way. You're a
That's
completely
right.
different person.
That's right.
I also believe that it comes with boundaries too.
Yeah, I agree
Like-
with that.
Boundaries, because like you
I
said,
agree.
like
I agree.
it's about communication.
Yep,
And it's about
yep.
boundaries, because you can have a simple boundary, like submission could just be when I talk, you don't talk. You know, instead of over talking me or we going back
That's
and
just
forth or
respecting
arguing,
each other.
respect.
And, you know what I'm saying?
You know, but it's levels to it. It's what you make submission.
I'm glad you said that though, because another thing that I was thinking earlier I didn't say is the opposite of submission is disrespect. I feel. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah. I
So
can see
yeah,
that.
so and you just kind of gave an example of that. You know what I'm saying? If you know not, you know, even being receptive to what somebody is saying and listening to respond and being catty and snappy
Right.
as opposed to trying to understand. You know what I
Right,
mean? That's
yep.
what. And then the other word, not trying to understand. Now that leads me to the other word that becomes divisive is when men say that women don't listen. Right. Now that a lot of women take that as when a man says listen as you have to do what I say. But that's not
That's
when
true.
I tell a woman that I want you to listen. That just means like the definition of listen.
Comprehend.
Is comprehend.
Yes.
Understand what I'm saying.
I like that.
That's
I like
all it
that.
up. When I say I want you, y'all, you don't listen. That don't mean
Right.
that you're not doing what I'm telling you
Right.
to do.
Yeah.
That means you're not comprehending what I'm
Right.
saying.
Got
But
it.
see, that too comes from like our language as a culture.
Yes.
Like our language as a culture from our parents, like you don't listen, and we don't know how to switch up the language. Like it take a lot to
When
be
you was a kid,
to say
saying listen from your parents
Exactly.
does mean do what I tell
exactly.
you to do.
Yep. So
Right, so
when
now
you
it's
when you
hard to
don't
translate
separate
that
that,
as
and
an
then we
adult.
get grown, it's like you don't listen. You not the first thing we do. You not my daddy.
Yeah.
You not my mama. But that's not what I'm saying. So
Exactly.
you have to learn to say what you're really trying to say. Like
Yes.
I want you to comprehend.
Okay, that's what I'm about to say. It's not that you need to learn to say it because you're saying it correctly. People are just comprehending it incorrectly.
Right. Yep.
If
From traumas.
If I say listen, that don't mean do what I'm telling you to do. That means attempt to understand what the fuck I'm saying.
Right.
Yes.
And that is
And don't
hard
just
to do.
listen to respond when you hear something that you don't like and now you want to cut in
Yep.
and jump in with some shit that's going to make it a back and forth even more.
And
Right.
also, when you tell somebody to listen, are you talking to me or are you talking at me?
That's
'Cause
right.
you
It's a
can't, like
difference.
you just said, you can't talk at me and then think I'm gonna. Depending, if I'm wrong, I will let you get
Right.
off a little bit, but
Yes.
get your 30 seconds and get the, you know what I'm saying. But you can't talk at me and like you don't listen.
Yes.
Because that is gonna make me think you want me to
Just
do what you want me to do. Like, what am I listening to?
Just because you said I'm an alpha male. Okay, but I'm not an alpha girl, so I'm just
you
saying.
are an alpha.
I'm just saying
I know.
that you can't just tell me no. I need an explanation.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
Like no. okay, because
Yeah,
I
right.
need you to tell me why. Not just say, oh, because I said so.
That's some controlling shit. I feel like for a man to have to tell a woman, I'm an alpha male. Like you're already the male,
Right.
nigga, in the situation. You don't
Right.
need to
And because I said so.
put an extra layer
don't know.
of masculinity on top of that by telling
Right.
her, I'm the alpha male, like I'm the king. Like, you know, like why do you have to do that with your woman?
Like,
If you
did I
have-
call you a bitch?
If you have to do that, then there's something wrong. Like if you that's like the dudes that run around saying, I'm a real nigga. You have to keep saying that.
You're not real.
Then obviously it's
You're
something that's not
fugazi.
solidified. Yeah.
You're
So yeah,
fugazi.
some guys out there that are like that. They have to say that, and that's just unnecessary.
And y'all need healing. You need therapy.
That's a good thing to make it, I think. And as far as, transparency and all other stuff, some people do need therapy.
I feel.
Yeah,
Should every couple get therapy?
that's a good question.
After, like,
That's a good question. I don't know.
it probably depends on the situation. Because you got codependency. Is that a bad thing, though?
I think maybe every couple
Codependency?
do need therapy. That's a good thing to think
I mean,
about.
because I have a friend and she told me about her husband and her, and they actually tend to each other's traumas.
Okay, what does
But
that mean?
in a positive way, not, I don't know, like just how you said, like talking, like if I have to, maybe, I mean, if that's what you have to do to keep if that's your thing, like it could turn on.
I
Like
just can't. I don't know.
if you gotta talk to your baby like me, and in return she gonna be like, "What you want,
Okay,
daddy? What you want, daddy?"
It's about knowing your person.
You
know
have
what
to
I'm
know
saying?
your person.
And knowing their love languages. If their love languages, what is it? Words of affirmation. I
Yeah.
think it is. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then maybe telling her what she wants to hear, how she wants to hear it, is what gets you the response that you want out of it.
I guess, or I don't
And
know.
I don't
Maybe
mean,
I'm
and I don't
just
mean
wrong.
being fictitious with you. When you
Manipulative.
telling her, yeah, manipulative when you telling her what you want.
I don't
Just,
know.
knowing how to deliver the information to the woman that you want.
Well, all I know is I'm back out here in these streets.
Girl, shut the
No, hell.
I
All right, now we can do that.
right. Oh, shut the fuck up. Humbly, respectfully.
On the next episode, she's gonna be, you know what, y'all?
I'm
We
getting
changed our
married.
mind. Yeah, look.
We eloping tomorrow.
We got the
Tomorrow.
sweet kisses in the moonlight and Twinkies and shit. Yeah. Look,
no,
yeah.
no, not at all. No,
Girl,
no.
shut up.
No.
I can't talk. I
Y'all,
can't talk.
y'all both a mess.
On ice.
Y'all killing me
On
over here.
ice.
But I think that, you know what? I got a story, which I always got a
shit.
story. Story time. I have a good friend of mine, right? She is married and happily married, been for many, many years, right? So she lives out of state. So when I would go and visit her, right, it would be almost like, well, I have to ask my husband, or no, I can't go because he don't want to go, so I'm not going, right? And this has to be about, I don't know, 20 years ago maybe. And I was just thinking like, what the hell, right? Because I just wasn't that type of girl. And one day I decided to ask her, right? Because to me, it was like a prison sentence. How she was acting.
Right.
You know what I mean? All docile and small, right? So I said that to say that I think you a lot of times have to be that in order to have a great, successful marriage.
Not if she's shriveling like a cone.
Let me finish.
Okay.
So I asked her, I said, girl, now you don't be feeling like you're in prison? She was like, no. She said, because I thought it was him controlling her, right? But no, he wasn't. She said, no, he don't be controlling me. After all this time, about 15 years, she said, I still can hardly wait till he get home. Huh? That's her.
And you can't go
It
nowhere.
ain't him. It's her. She wants to be like that. And it's like they in this little box, just them.
So just because she wants to be like that does not negate the fact that she's being controlled. Okay.
She's not being controlled, but I thought she was.
Right. Until you asked her.
And she said no, but she just wants to be
So
submissive.
here's the thing, like, and I said
Be
this
there for
before,
him.
like on one of the other podcasts. Like, I don't believe in lying to a chick because I believe if she like you enough, she'll lie to herself about you.
Okay. What
that mean?
Yeah, what that mean?
Why she got to lie to herself?
Because like when you'll make excuses for the things that he's doing. This mistake, cheating on
Maybe.
you. Say, he beating on you. Oh, he do that because he love me.
I ain't gonna never say
No,
shit
you
like
because
that.
you're not a woman that's wired like that. But do we not know women like
Yeah,
that?
true.
Okay.
So now apply that to this woman, right? So now she has Stockholm syndrome to the point where she identifies with her captor.
I don't know.
Not her captor. The fuck?
That's Stockholm syndrome. Right?
Well, I
you
don't.
feel sorry for your slave master, and you identify with them to the point where you feel bad for leaving.
Making sure
Go
he.
look up Stockholm syndrome. That's what she has.
I look at it right
Okay.
Go look up Stockholm syndrome and tell me the definition.
Okay.
now.
Okay.
Stockholm syndrome.
Now look. Now, but I know another woman just like that, and she's just like that. A relative of mine, right? A relative.
Listen to.
Okay.
No, I was trying to turn it down. I wasn't trying
I'm
to
about
be
to say
rude.
turn it up so they can tell you the definition.
Feeling of trust or affection felt in many cases of kidnapping or hostage taking by a victim towards a captor.
I don't know about that.
Never heard of
Mark.
that.
Yeah, okay.
I mean,
All right.
it's possible.
It say
but I don't
affection
think so.
for or attachment to the abuser, but she wasn't being abused.
You don't know that. She could be mentally and being emotionally abused.
Feeling powerless.
That's true.
Y'all seeing all of the symptoms of the shit from the outside, are you not? She looks powerless. She just docile. She's conditioned to the point where she doesn't even realize the situation that she's in. It's a sickness.
I mean, well, maybe did she have daddy issues, or like her dad wasn't in her life,
Kind
or-
of, sorta.
I mean, maybe he make her feel. Maybe she feels safe. Cause I seen something about that about feeling safe. Feeling safe, it's a lot. Like
And then you know what? It's different strokes for different folks, right? If that's what's happening, that's what makes her happy. Then yeah. But to me, it sounds like mental illness.
Okay. And I have another scenario, right? I have a relative, right? Who he was kind of a womanizer, right? Anyway, after in between and during, he got married. And his wife never spoke unless she was spoken to. She was the same way.
Control.
And they
She's
stayed married
conditioned.
forever. Forever. They had many kids together. And he had other women. And she didn't go
don't
nowhere.
believe in herself
She didn't
without
speak
him.
up. She didn't say
did she
anything.
pay bills?
No, he paid all the bills.
Well, I mean, you know. Hey.
So that's
And I
what
bet
got.
you your other girl was kind of similar. Like he probably take care of her because
He
now
did.
she can't fathom separating herself, and so she's not even gonna mouth that.
But see,
and
then
say, you
even
don't-
with that, like, because when you have somebody that pays all the bills,
that's worth
depending
that
if
merits
you're
all-
not
that merits
working.
all the bullshit that you're going through.
I mean, it puts you in a different mind frame because
Yeah, the mind
it's
frame
a small.
of an abused Stockholm
No,
syndrome
it
affect
don't
the person.
necessarily mean abuse, but it's a small percentage. I wish I could knew the percentage of men that will probably that's doing that. So if you've had relationship, no, it don't have to be purposely, but if you had other relationships where you was taking care of the nigga, you always had to go in your purse like Erykah Badu, and you finally get somebody that be like, hey, I pay all the bills, but you have to be doing something. Like, bitch, you got to go to school, you got to do something. You can't just sit here and
but
wait
some-
on
some
me.
Of, some of them
hand
don't.
and
The
foot.
majority of them don't, though. They don't have anything. They're just the quote housewives that sit there and take care of the home.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let me go back to my situation again.
Okay.
Y'all know I was married for a while,
Mm-hmm.
but my husband wasn't like that. You knew he was not like that. He allowed me to be me.
Mm-hmm.
You
There's
remember?
always except we're not saying that it's like that in all situations.
But most situations, I think, is maybe where Mark said.
Right, and she wasn't getting abused.
No,
He would have got his ass whipped.
Lord rest his soul.
You were one
Sorry,
that was just being treated good and being taken care of, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Right,
y'all
right.
just had the-
He treated me very
It put
well.
you in a different mindset to be like, I can't fuck this up.
And he
But
just
see, again, that right there that you had,
yeah.
people will use mimic the terms and conditions of what he did for you and mimic that and create a situation where a woman feels like this is where I'm supposed to be.
I get it.
That's
Yeah,
her damn fault.
absolutely.
Back to my point.
Yes.
Mental illness is real.
Wow, I never thought about it that way, Mark. That because I've seen a lot of women, they are docile and don't speak until they're spoken to, and they marry for 10, 20, 30 years. And I never thought about it like they may be somewhat brainwashed.
Either that or
It's
just don't want to
like-
work.
It's just like the same kind of situation that we are in society as black people in America, right? We are so dependent on this system that we're going to work and all that. We can't fathom separating it from that and building our own government and our own everything. Like, because it's too much work. Like, where am I going to start? Where am I going to, you know what I mean? So it's the same type of situation on a smaller scale when a woman is, captivated, imprisoned in a marriage like that.
That's the same thing I said about a 9-to-5 or an entrepreneur. Like somebody that's been working a 9-to-5 all their life, going into entrepreneurship is going to be hard.
It's scary.
I agree.
I mean,
Yeah.
it don't necessarily have to be hard. It is hard. It's a job. It's work. But if you don't know the first step to know that shit is hard and it's not going to be rainbows and sunshine every day, you probably not going to make it.
So imagine stepping out of that, right? Now we're going back to the marriage situation. Stepping out of that, and coming to the point of feeling like, yeah, I'm being done wrong, and I'm gonna separate from this situation. And you fall on your ass, and now you feel like you want to go back, and you can't. That's the fear that women have of not
And that's why
attempting to leave.
why they don't leave. Yeah. Okay, I get it. I agree.
I could. Damn.
Okay, well, would you say that those women are weak-minded?
Yes.
I was about to say that. I
Yes.
didn't want to. I
Yes.
didn't fucking want
Yes.
to say that.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
But it's not.
Is it being
it's
weak-minded
not-
or
it's
is it
not-
being
it's-
smart?
It's not.
Oh, that's
see,
a good one,
A
sis.
lot of them feel like
That's
they're
a good
being smart,
one.
and
I don't know,
that's
Mark.
what keeps them in the place. See.
I don't know.
Yeah. Now, see, now, out of all of that unraveling that I did, it took that one little nugget of convincing that you have the mindset of a woman that'll stay in an abuse situation.
I would not though.
But that's the mindset of a
But
woman.
I get what you're saying, yeah.
You're taking that one. See how you just lied to yourself? See what I'm saying? What I said earlier. If a woman likes you enough, she'll lie to herself.
Okay.
Now she just told herself, "Oh, this is where I'm supposed to be. He does this because he likes me."
Okay.
You just lied to yourself because you like him so much and you so comfortable.
Yeah.
Because his thing is like, shit, the bill just left. You extra bill at this point. So if you leave, it'd probably be a little easy on his pockets for a minute until you decide to come back. And then depending on how long you wait until you want to come back, he be like, hey, bitch, I save $1,000 a month
See,
since you been gone.
that's why a woman needs to have her own.
Yeah.
Right? So you can say, you know what?
Then
I
that
think I take this shit.
that goes back to masculine women.
Yes, it
But
does.
Damn it. It's just-
Yes, it does. 'Cause men don't like
See,
that.
you just want to piggyback. Every time she say something, you just taking it run down.
Leave my sister
No,
alone.
Mark, because I've been on both. I've been that
On both
because
sides.
I have, my own home.
So you making your own money automatically makes you masculine?
to a lot of men,
To a
yes.
degree.
And that's another problem that women have, that they feel like that they are in a masculine space just because you getting your own bag.
But a lot of men think that.
No, stop. We think that because y'all asses start talking like, oh, I got my own bag, I don't need you for
I
shit.
don't talk
So
like
now-
that.
I need my man.
Stuff like
Right.
that.
So again, the reason why. So again, if you don't talk like that, then stop applying the shit that men do to other women to you.
Okay, I
Stop
got that.
speaking for the other women. You're
That's-
not that other woman.
That's true. That's true.
Just to make your fucking point correct.
You're
But I
right.
have been in a situation where all the bills was being paid, and I was like, "Damn, I can't act out this week. I can't say what I want. I'm just gonna swallow it.
Okay,
It's
okay.
worth not
the man
mentioning.
has to be. He got to be.
You gotta learn
Yeah.
when to shut the fuck up. You gotta learn when to
Okay.
speak up and shut the fuck up.
Well,
Everything is not worth. Shut the fuck
yeah,
up.
I guess.
Or it's a way to express your disdain without just coming off as bickering all of the goddamn
True.
time.
True.
But if you can sing it, a nigga still or woman still not gonna want to hear every little
Yeah, you're right.
issue.
You're right.
hey, honey, you didn't take
Right.
out the
Because
trash, bitch. I don't.
Nobody's perfect,
care.
right? Because on the
Right.
flip side of it, would you want him to bring up every little scene?
Absolutely
No,
not.
but-
I mean, so that's the compromise that you make when being with somebody, and the point that I always make about how long the relationship lasts is determined on how long you can deal with the things that you don't like in the person. But we be so fixated on being attached to and looking for the things that we like and want in the person, we overlook the shit, the red flags. And
Yeah,
shit, I mean,
for sure.
And
I
then,
guess,
and then
yeah.
when the shit
Comfortability.
hit, and then when the shit hit the fan, it's that little thing that we didn't like and how long we were able to deal with it that determined how long the relationship lasts.
That's true.
Damn,
Yeah, that's true.
that's crazy. Because I did say that the foundation, we're all right there, sure that.
That's true.
The foundation, the communication, the trust, it has to be set and solid.
Say that again, sis. Say that
The
again.
trust, the communication, and the boundaries, they have to be set and solid for someone to submit.
Yes.
Both
according
ways,
to
men and women, because like you said,
What?
the average person think that submission is just do what I say.
Yeah.
It's a give and take. It's both ends of the spectrum. Because when I speak, I want you
Okay.
to listen to comprehend as well.
yes.
We have to
So-
understand the parallel between being submissive and being humble.
Yeah.
We can't talk about we shouldn't talk about a woman being submissive without talking about the man being humble.
Yeah.
That's where, and now we got balance.
Now we got
'Cause
manipulation.
Because we talk about submission so much, and the submission always being on the woman, that now the woman has turned around and talk about what about the man being submissive, and that what the submissive is not the word that you use in regards to the man being.
Because he's a bitch.
Okay, well, what about this? Like, for instance, would you ever say, because I said so? Would you ever say to your woman?
Depending.
I mean, just a question. She's asking you a question. Just a question, like, why? Why?
Well,
Why, Mark?
the because I said so will come after 2 or 3 different versions of me trying to explain why.
But you would explain first.
Now, if she can't comprehend
If
after
she
the
can't-
second
now that's
explanation,
because of what I said,
now I'm about
so.
to punch you in the
Yeah,
face.
yeah. So, and then that goes back to something I was going to say earlier when you said the communication and something else is necessary. But with not only the communication, but the comprehension is very
Right.
important as well, because you can communicate to a fucking brick wall.
That's right.
They ain't picking up what you putting down there. You talking
Yeah.
to a fucking ghost. and
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah,
I'm
because
wasting my time at this
just
point.
I just think that if your person is asking you something, man or woman, and you just flat out say no because I said so, and then the woman or man is saying,
That's-
"Well,
that's-
I need an explanation."
If a
That-
man
that's-
ever,
That's defeating your partner's ability to get to know you.
I
If you're
think
not explaining to me, that's almost like, back in school and we was in math, and it's like, all right, 1 + 1 is on the board, boom, and then you just wrote the answer, and it's like, well, explain your work. How did you get to that? You know what I'm saying? You have to
Exactly.
explain to me so I can understand your thought process and get to know how. You know what I mean?
Right.
So if you just telling me, oh, just because I say so,
just because I said
then,
so,
like, yeah, you put me in, you put me in a place of being manipulated.
then I'm like, "Well, why?" But I'm disrespectful
And
now.
if I say why, I'm like explain to you and give you a logical
No,
reason
you
why.
don't. No, but you don't.
Yeah, I know. I'm explaining my side of
Yes.
it to where I would get to the because I said so. I give you reason
Yeah.
number 1 and explain it to you this way.
Yes. But if you
And then you
never
say,
give
well,
me
what?
a reason, am I being disrespectful because I'm asking you why?
no.
No,
Okay.
And my thing is too, because I also put that people need to tell people what they looking for and what they want.
Okay.
Now, if you are a person that likes power, or I'm trying to use words I can't even pronounce, to be superior over someone,
Yeah, some people need that.
true, but I don't know when you first meet somebody, you're gonna tell them like, hey,
They're not gonna tell you that.
but don't get irritated with me when you discover that I'm not the submissive one that you want, the one that's not gonna ask you why, not gonna ask any questions, and then you like me for something else.
Right.
But when it comes down to me asking you why, who, what, when, and where, you get an attitude and say I'm disrespectful.
here's the common core of what we're talking about right now. Like some men look for and prey on even women that they can control. Just like some women look for and enjoy and cater to men who control them.
Yes.
So
Yes.
these are the two people. They need to find each other.
That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. That's
You
what I'm
see?
saying. But don't if you know within 3 months or whatever it take you to realize like she not really bowing down like I would like,
Don't try to
that I would like.
Yeah, don't try to force a square
Hey
peg
baby,
in a
this
circle
ain't
hole.
working
It
out
don't
for
fit.
me.
Yeah.
And that's when it comes to you don't need to explain. If you don't want to put it out there like, hey bitch, you're not doing what I'm telling you to do. You're not bowing down like I want you to do. Then that's when you have to just exit and just be like, it's not you, it's me, or say whatever you got to say to get out the relationship.
Some people become so superficially attached and fixated to certain shit in people that they can't let go. So I want to change. I got this one thing about you that I like. So I want to mold what I don't like into what I want you to be.
Yeah, because you giving me 80.
And that becomes
the 80-20 rule.
Yeah, you giving me 80. I want this 20.
80-20
So
rule.
now I'm going to try to, that's where we arguing all the time. That 20% that you don't give me what I want.
Well, the 80-20 rule is one person putting in 80%, the other putting in 20.
I thought that the 80-20 rule
lopsided because I'm investing more into the relationship.
Well, I was just saying it's just one
person.
Like if you giving me 80%, like you taking care of the kids, from either aspect, you cooking, cleaning,
and just trying to get these,
and I'm just trying to get you to just submit to me, and you not. I'm gonna stay, but it's gonna be an issue every time you ask me why.
But you shouldn't stay though.
That's what I'm saying.
Right, you shouldn't.
But because I'm getting majority of my needs met, I'm gonna deal with this shit, but it's gonna be an issue every time we come to this situation.
Well,
but if are you gonna give up 80 for 20?
No, you're not.
Or are you gonna humble yourself like you said?
That's right.
But see, that's not that in that situation is not humbling yourself. It's just what did I just say earlier? It's
you're not going to just throw it away for that 20%.
I don't think you.
No, you wouldn't. Some people wouldn't. That's the gamble that you make. It's like, okay, can I throw this away and find somebody else with the same 80% that can take? Wait,
the answer is no.
Well, wait. They can. No, I ain't saying that the same 80%.
No, I'm just joking.
But this person to have more of what I want and less of what I don't want. You know what I mean? So that's the gamble of trying to find somebody that matches the percentage but has more of the things that you want.
But most of the time it don't work out.
No, you wind up getting a little bitch, little hoe. It
doesn't work out.
That all she want is a couple of dollars. You could talk to her any kind of way, do whatever you want to do to her, block her and all this extra shit, and then go back to your 80.
What ends up happening is you don't invest that same type of effort in that new person that you have with the old one.
Why don't
you? Because you don't have that same bond.
Oh.
You have time and history established with this person that you left, so you're not going to put that same effort. You're going to go back to the beginning where you put on the mask and become the representative to charm a motherfucker into.
Oh my God!
I was just joking.
Don't put on no mask.
Just playing with you, SB.
And I'm just saying in theory. I'm not saying this is.
I know.
That's what people do. They go back to the beginning and
he a
put
beast.
the costume
He
back
thinking
on
about me.
And become super naked.
Flip it off. Yep. Let me go out here and trick these bitches again.
Yep.
To his IG model. He thinking about me.
Well,
chicks do the same thing.
I was just talking about that shit earlier. Just about the mask and just pretending to be something that you're not.
Yeah.
I mean, it's hard. I don't know. You can't just come out the gate like I'm crazy, bitch. Still date me. Like, no. Think I'm gonna
the bottom line, you just want to be happy, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's it. But to add on to that, I saw something on Facebook that said, if a man has 2 women, right, he will choose the weaker one, but he will always want the stronger one. Is that true, Mark? He's going to choose the weaker one to be his partner, but he will always want and crave the stronger one that he didn't choose.
So that made me think about this shit I said a while back. I said men date like Bluetooth and women date like Wi-Fi.
Explain.
Men date to the closest connection. Men attach to the closest connection, and women attach to the strongest connection.
What does that mean? Wait a minute.
Do you know how Bluetooth works? Do you know how Bluetooth?
I don't.
You gotta be close.
I don't know.
You gotta be close up on it
Bluetooth,
to connect.
like your car radio and your phone, you have to be in close proximity for it to connect.
Okay.
And Wi-Fi, you can ride up the block, and it's the strongest one.
Okay, now say that again. I understand.
Men date like Bluetooth connections, and women date like Wi-Fi connections.
Got it.
Men connect to the closest connection, and women connect to the strongest one.
So it's true.
So meaning women will scan the room, and she'll pick out the most powerful dude in the room.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
As opposed to the dude in the room, he'll come in and he'll kick it with the chick that's sitting at the table because it's the close proximity that breeds the familiarity and the attraction.
I was about to say something.
Okay,
I didn't
so
wanna say it.
no, go on and say it, sis. Speak your truth, sister.
Because I asked, like, are you with me because I'm available or the closest to you? And I got both, and I didn't know how to take that.
I think it's good. I think that's a good thing.
Not when I
think that's a
keep
good
moving.
thing.
No, keep going.
Okay, keep it moving.
Yeah.
Okay, so Mark, so it's true. So are you saying that is true? A man would choose the if he got two women, he would choose the weaker one to be with, but always want and crave the stronger one.
Because the stronger one is Wi-Fi. Her ass is like, I'm not tolerating this
the
shit.
weaker one is probably the one that's closer to him, right?
Bluetooth.
And she's the one that's closest to him.
Tolerating all the
imagine,
shit.
think about a lion in the wild, right? Is he's going to get the motherfucking antelope that's right here, or the one he has to run down there and catch?
The one right here.
Okay. Now does that mean the one that he actually prefers? No, that one down there might have more meat. It might be younger. It might be, but this is the one that's right here.
That's fucked up.
I have to do less work. I'm getting my.
I don't like that.
I don't either.
My end goal is eating.
Cause that bitch leg probably broke. Her back fucked
they
up. That's why she ain't ran.
She had a lazy eye.
They again apply it to the wild. They go when the motherfuckers is hurt. Them to be the first ones to get ate. They
Right.
Damn, that's fucked
Wait
up.
a minute. Wait,
I like it.
Explain that again. What?
Oh my god.
Go watch Animal Planet. It's
Say it
nothing to
again.
explain.
Say it
I
again.
fucking love it.
Say it again.
Say what again?
What you just said.
I said a lot.
No,
You
about
don't
that leg and the eating clothes, that thing. What you just said. The antelope or something. What you just said. What you just say?
Don't look at me. I don't fucking know.
What did you just say about the antelope? The first get eaten or something? What you say?
If the lion is in the wild and there's an antelope that's right here 2 feet from him,
Yes.
is he gonna hunt that one or
Yes.
the one that's 300 feet
He's
away?
gonna hunt the one.
Why? Now, does that mean that's the one that he prefers, or that's just the one that's?
That's still not. I don't know about this. Okay, sis. Let me ask you.
That mean niggas is lazy. They don't want to put
Because
the work in to
I
go
don't
get
know
that
about-
motherfucker way down
Again,
there.
I don't know about
what
that.
women make the
They
mistake
gon-
of doing is
I
when
don't
I
know.
make analogies or anybody make analogies like this, you take it and apply it to you make it a blanket statement and apply it to all men. Okay, some men will look at this motherfucker and say, you know what, this bitch injured. I don't want this sick
Or
motherfucker.
easy.
You know what I'm saying?
She's
I'm about to
easy.
go, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to go to the one
Low
that's more
budget.
fulfilling. It's a little further now.
I don't gotta do much.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So
All I gotta
again,
do is take this
everybody
bitch to
ain't
Coney
wired the
Island.
same, but I'm telling
get
you the
it.
concept,
The concept.
of hunting.
Okay, now.
And why sometimes y'all get got just because y'all right there. It ain't
Okay.
just because that's he what y'all really want.
Fucked up.
Okay, well,
Y'all want men to be honest, but when be honest,
let's make this personal, right? From your personal opinion, which one do you think why your man chose you?
Cause I was the most available.
I don't think so.
I do.
I don't think
And,
so.
and then like I don't want to say nothing.
No,
I do.
No, you can't do that.
What? Say it.
Speak, Mark.
Say the shit.
Yeah, go ahead.
Because you said that when you asked him that, he said
Both.
you were both. Now I can understand because in the minute when you said it, I'm like, why would she feel some kind of way? But now as I listen to it again, I can understand why, because it would make you feel like, okay, was I just the strongest one that was closest around?
Exactly.
I would even say the strongest, to be honest. If I have
Are
to
you
be honest,
serious?
because when I first met him, it
Sis,
was at a
no.
week. No, when I first met him,
You
it
keeping
was
it
at a
real,
week.
okay.
Yeah, it was at a week. spot.
You was probably in the week. You don't know what he seen.
Well,
that
we
you was
both
seeing as a
were.
strong.
That's right.
To
that's
be
right.
honest, we were both at a weak spot. We both had similar situations, and we
So y'all trauma
leaned
bonded.
on each other. And so, over time, going through shit, and I kept, even though the shit that he was doing, I was like, what the fuck? I kept coming back. But stories that I heard from women before me wasn't fucking with that shit. So who's really the strong one? Who's really the
Sis,
weak
I
one?
don't know. I don't know about that. I don't like this.
I'm serious. But
Because
I will say this.
I don't like this.
This made me
I don't like
grow
that.
to be stronger than what I was because
I don't like
I started looking at myself not in an insecure way.
I know, right? Of course.
Because that's the first thing we do. What is it about me? I had that point in the relationship, like, what is it about me? And then when I start evaluating shit, and I'm just like, am I the strong one?
Okay, well,
We had a
that's
situation where wasn't talking.
That's a good point.
And I was strong, like, fuck you. I know you strong, but like, bring that shit
I
back
don't know.
down to
I
where the
don't
fuck I
know.
met you at type shit. Like,
I don't know.
I met you at a 3, bitch. I need you to stay at a 3. You're at a 10, and I can't get the fuck in. I'm gonna need you to let that shit go. And what did I do? Let it went back down to a fucking 3, and here we are, fucking 5 years later.
I don't know
Not
because,
talking.
like I said, I like to think I'm a strong person, but maybe I wasn't. I don't know.
It's fucked up.
Was you with me because I was weak? Oh, I don't know.
If you go back and think about, like, what mental space were you in when you met this person?
Oh, I was vulnerable because my husband had. Oh, damn.
See,
Damn.
you were in a. It wasn't that you were weak. You were just at a low.
No, I was
You
weak.
were at a low vibration. Like,
Yeah.
I just need something. Not saying just
No,
anything. 'Cause
it
you
wasn't
could have
that.
got a nigga at the gas station, but
Yeah,
somebody
no.
came to you, smelled good, dressed how you
Yeah,
like.
I was in
probably
a-
said
oh
some
my
woo
God.
woo shit in your ear.
I was in a vulnerable state.
I mean, but it's nothing wrong with
was.
that because you have to be vulnerable to let people in, but you have to be aware to be like,
That is something to think about. I
I'll
was in
let
a
you
vulnerable
in, but
state.
what the fuck is really going on? Like, are you really providing my needs and tending to my needs?
I mean, it just make you think. Like I was in a vulnerable state. So at the time, yeah, I guess I was weak too. I was weak because I was fresh off probably about a year. I'm like, okay, I'm about to get out here. I'm about to start
outside.
dating again. I'm outside, and he was my first relationship. So yeah, I was vulnerable. I mean, and not saying he was a great guy. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
But I'm just saying, he probably saw me as weaker at the time. And then he realized that I wasn't. And since he couldn't conform me into this ball, right? Mm-hmm. Then I'm a problem now.
But he still liked you.
Yeah, but I was still a problem because he could mold me.
And that even go back to hunters when you was talking about hunting, because then he probably thought like, I'm gonna get this motherfucker to. I like the 80%, and I need her to.
And she's gonna bow the fuck
And
down.
they will do whatever the fuck they gotta do if it take years
Yes.
to try to get you to.
But I would go.
The key to getting that missing, whatever percent, that the
What is
person is being what that person needs.
Yep, and I guess I
That's
wasn't
how you
it.
unlock that extra.
I guess you wasn't it,
20%, you know what I'm
sis.
saying?
I guess we wasn't that person.
I don't fucking know shit.
It can't
Now,
be.
some people just can't be, negotiated with.
With
Some people are
nobody.
stuck in
Some
their
people
ways.
just can't get it with nobody.
Some people are stubborn and stuck in their ways and just
Yeah,
can't
yeah.
get it. Selfish.
Because I think me and you are very sweet, nice girls. Don't you think so?
Who?
Me-
Me and you? I
Who?
mean, you know, I'm alright. Alright.
Since
You know
you're
what I'm saying?
sweet, you are very
got my
sweet,
ways.
sweet, humble girl. I'm just saying we come from
Peace.
the same cloth,
Kisses
and
and
I just, I just think we are, sweet and humble.
Hopeless
girls.
romantic.
Absolutely. So
I grew up off
I don't
all
know.
that Disney shit. Beauty and the Beast,
right,
Lady and the Tramp, Cinderella.
exactly.
I'm like, I want to be a princess out in the world. They're like,
oh
bitch,
my God,
fuck
let's not
you
get on that.
And that crown, bitch. I'm about to break it. Your slippers and that dress.
You
bitch.
thought you
thought I was motherfucking
thought you was off.
Jasmine from motherfucking Beauty. What's that? Belle. I thought I was Belle, bitch. Well,
Yeah.
ring your motherfucking bell, bitch. Go back and try that shit again. Not here.
You did.
But
So I
anyway.
think that we gotta find the missing piece for us to be a full circle.
Does
I
that
guess.
mean shut the fuck up?
I guess so. Maybe.
Because, okay,
Yeah. I guess it does.
because you told me, your situation.
Yeah.
So do you feel like damn, am I putting you on blast?
Girl, no.
No, because you said it already. So if you feel like you would have just shut the fuck up,
Yeah.
Do you think it? But how would you would have felt?
Exactly. That's why I didn't shut the fuck up. Because no.
But look where y'all at now. Your heart is heavy. So would you have rather
Absolutely.
shut the fuck up or have a heavy heart?
I don't know,
You gotta learn how to
because
submit
if
to
I
it.
had closed, I guess, you know, when it's all said and done, I guess I should have just closed my mouth.
Okay. Subliminally.
Okay.
No, that ain't what I try to say. Let me ask you a question. So if you and your boo, y'all just close, y'all do everything together, do. If she wanted to go somewhere and you didn't want to go, would you be mad if she still wanted to go? Or would you feel like she should stay there with you? And you don't even have no reason that you don't want to go. It ain't that you sick, you got to go to work in the morning, or nothing that's going to hinder
Okay.
you from the next day.
That's a good question.
Would you feel some type of way that she would go without you?
Maybe.
Well, personally, me, like, I've actually been in this situation before.
Okay,
Okay.
good.
And it was
Good.
to the tune of not only just going to an event, it was going out of town on
Ooh.
a business trip.
Okay.
That I didn't really particularly care to fucking go
Okay.
on. But, you know, because she's put such an emphasis on me going, I'm like, fuck it, I'll go.
Mm-hmm.
So my answer to that is I would probably go for the sake of me wanting you to keep that same energy when I want you to get your ass up and go somewhere when I really want to go.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, if it wasn't that type of
But
situation.
if it wasn't that kind of party and I just for whatever reason said no, I would have no reason to be upset about her going by herself. I think the only time I would have a reason to be upset is if I want to take one of my male friends with me. Now it's like what the fuck are you doing?
Or a
Shit like
relative. Or a relative.
a relative is different.
A relative. Your brother or your sister or
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah. That's like you know, I would have no reason to be upset about that.
Because that's a regular outing at this
It's just
point.
like that's me being controlling now, and remove the component about you asking me to go. Remove the part about you asking me to go,
Mm-hmm.
and it's just a regular day if you're going out with your friends and shit. So why would I have
A
a problem?
party, a
Why
Christmas
would I have
But
party,
a
if
problem?
holiday
it's something
party
that
or
was
something.
planned already, and then
And you
decide
pay
to
money
like,
for or something.
I don't want to go, and
With no explanation.
she still want to go, then how would you
Again, if it
feel?
was something that was paid for and planned, I still couldn't see myself having a reason why I wouldn't go. You know what I'm saying? You know, even if it was a point to where, you know, we was like kind of falling out or not on the best terms right beforehand.
Yes.
Me being the dude that I am, that is still more of a reason for me to go.
Yes.
Because in that moment, me not going will cause more turbulence in the relationship. than-
Yes.
And that's being humble,
Yes.
and that's gonna make you submit as a
And
woman.
then that's going to make her feel warm and
Like,
fucking fuzzy.
God damn it!
Right.
I'm gonna give you head all the way
Hell
there
yeah.
and back.
Yes.
Woo! That's some.
Yes. Yes.
So that's my answer for that question.
And
Now, that's
so,
y'all question too, now, right? Because y'all talking about being strong, right? And
Yes.
shit, right? So imagine like you got two trees in the forest, 500 foot tall, right? It's 1,000 miles per hour wind blowing at the top of the tree, right?
Okay.
One of these trees, now they both can stand 1,000 per hour wind. One of the trees is bending all the way down to the ground. You know what I'm saying? In the wind. One of them snap in 1,000 miles per hour wind.
okay.
Which one of the trees is stronger, and which one would you be? The tree that's trying to be rigid and stop the forces that's going against it, or the one that flows with it
that's
and
good.
lets it do what the fuck it wants to do and go by?
Oh.
Which one is stronger?
I'm going to say the one that's stronger, the one that's bent down. That's what I'm going to say.
Me, I'm like the one that. The one that broke it, blew away, got the fuck on. No,
That's what I'm gonna say,
I
the
would
one
say
that
the one
bent
that
down.
bent down, and,
Yeah.
and because the wind not gonna last forever.
Okay, so now which one of those trees are y'all in relationships?
I'm the.
Are you the tree that breaks?
I'm both of them bitches.
Or the tree that bends down and lets the bullshit go by?
That's why.
Nope, I'm the one that breaks.
That's why I walk with a limp. 'Cause one of them is.
They call you. What they call
Okay, because one of them is barely hanging on.
To call you one leg
This
savvy.
other knee give out, nigga.
Her branches is dangling.
Yeah, no leaves.
That tornado tore that ass up.
Fuck.
Her Brian's
It's
right.
raining and shit. Fuck. Give me an umbrella. Shit. I have been known to be the tree to break and just lay there like, you know.
I don't know.
I'm working to be the one that bend back, but shit, how many times are we gonna fucking do the hokey pokey before we turn ourselves around? Fuck. Left foot in, left foot out. Okay, no,
Yeah.
I didn't hokey pokey for last.
Well, love conquers
How
all.
many times are you gonna bend all the way down before you break?
I don't
much can
think
you
I don't
stand?
think you
But
can
does
break.
it depends
You can't
on
break.
why you bending.
You can't break if you
Oh.
bend. You flexible. You got bounce
Listen,
that game.
it don't matter. It don't matter if
And
it's
I'm flexible too.
Say that shit again,
Ooh, I'm
sis.
she like I like bending.
Yeah, get a good stretch,
this
baby. Because it's
Look, I
Sagittarius
can't
season.
win for losing.
Let it do what it
Sorry,
do.
I'm sorry. I'm just saying,
playing.
but
I'm just
What that tongue do, sis?
I would like to know because I don't fucking know no more. Shit on ice. I don't know what it do, baby. Stay indoors.
Right. But I don't know. I guess it's just all about finding balance, and I don't know. And I saw something else on Facebook, and y'all can let me know what y'all think about this. It said that basically, if you leave somebody, you was only using them, but if you stay and weather the storm, then
sometimes when you
It
stay, you're
depends.
allowing them to use you.
It depends.
well,
Right, because-
so sometimes.
It
Yeah, because here's
depends.
the thing: if there's trouble in a relationship, there's problems, right? Issues
Right.
that occur.
Right.
When there's issues or problems, when they come up, normally the offender usually is one that apologizes, right?
Right.
So if you apologize but you don't change your behavior, what is that?
Right.
Manipulation. Okay.
Right.
So
Right.
Damn.
Yeah.
Don't apologize no more. We only
Well,
doing
it's not-
change
listen, yeah.
behavior. That's it.
well, apologizing is good because it recognizes you.
Yeah.
Recognizing that you committed a
Apologize is
problem,
good.
you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
But work on that shit because I don't want you to just keep apologizing either. Don't try to cover the shit up just because
Right.
you apologize. Well, I didn't used to apologize last year. Now I'm apologizing, so now I gotta wait till next year before you change the behavior.
Right. Right. Right.
Like I understand there's levels and steps to this shit, but you're not about to
Yeah.
just keep saying I'm sorry, I'm sorry, I'm sorry, and
Yeah.
then that's it. Like,
Yeah.
Nah. But
Yeah.
whatever. How much time we got? We done?
No, my phone was just ringing. Yeah, you got a couple of minutes, 3 minutes.
Okay. 3
So,
minutes.
so this 80-20 rule. So, sis, would you leave a situation if the 20% was not to your liking? I mean, would you leave the 80%?
Shit, my nose
You know what I'm
sweating.
saying? To what you just said, like that 20% is something that your dude keep apologizing
Ask
for.
that question now, but earlier you already said no, that you wouldn't.
No, she
No, I
asking
did
me.
not.
And I said it.
She
When we were
asking
talking,
me.
I said I wouldn't. No, I didn't.
you said you wouldn't. We wouldn't leave that 80% for the go. I said
Well,
yeah.
well, but I put the twist in as far as that 20% is that thing that he keep apologizing for, that he
okay, so now
you know
you're
what I'm
naive
saying?
because you keep now you're allowing yourself to be manipulated because apologies without a change of behavior is manipulation. So now you see that he's apologizing, he recognizing that he made a mistake, but he's keep committing the same crime over and over. If you go to jail, if you steal something out of store, you go to jail for petty theft first time, right?
Yes.
You might get 30 days.
Right.
You get out, you steal something else, you get petty jail again.
Yeah.
You're gonna go for 90 days.
Yes.
You're right. You get out. You go steal some shit. You get the pattern that I'm
That's a
getting at.
felony, bitch.
You can get the pattern I'm getting at. After you become habitual, the more
I
you do
mean-
it, the more extensive the punishment becomes.
Okay, but
and
yes.
you become habitual, and then you just render yourself to the point of not being able to do it no more
Okay,
at all.
but I'm saying like the 20% is something like, let's say, he don't let the toilet seat down, and then in the middle of the night you go to the bathroom and you sitting on the wet because the toilet seat is up. Something simple.
Well, no, I wouldn't
Would you
leave
leave?
the relationship, but I'm not gonna keep letting you keep just apologizing.
What's going to happen is, again, it's the things that we don't like and how long we can deal with them that's going to determine how long the relationship lasts. You know this from the jump, right? So now
My toilet seat,
yeah, the toilet seat. Now 6 months into the relationship, he commits some kind of atrocity against you. You know what I'm saying? And now it's a problem. Y'all get back together. You know what I'm saying? 3 more months, he does something else. You catch him in a lie or something. You know what I'm saying? Boom. So now, 9 months later, he does some other shit, right? So now, all of a sudden, you all leaving the toilet piss city ass shit. You know what I'm saying? Now, that is the main thing, and I couldn't stand that shit in the first place.
Right.
But I'm saying, what if like your dude is good? It's just a toilet seat.
Well,
It's
I'm
just
gonna put
he don't do he good.
the next time
Not
you
good.
leave
It's
the
a
toilet
toilet
seat
seat.
up, I'm gonna.
If he's
I'm
good,
gonna-
then you be a courteous woman and put the damn toilet seat down for
Okay,
him.
see, that's what I'm talking about. That's what
I'm
talking
gonna
about.
find a way.
Would you
to
overlook it?
glue your fucking feet to the floor.
You overlook the toilet seat.
No,
Yes.
you're not hearing what I'm saying.
Okay, what you saying?
I'm gonna find a way to glue your feet to the floor
Okay.
or your ass to the seats. And then maybe you will remember to let the motherfucking seat down. Because if I'm telling you or yelling at you or because I said so, like
But
we
check this
said,
out, though.
and you're not doing it, and I'm going to do something else to
if
make
he's-
you remember. Like, well,
No,
I don't
but
want my
okay.
feet glued to the floor again, so make sure I let the toilet seat
She
down.
gonna train him like a dog.
You got to do what the fuck. That,
So, but you
Now we
are
at
you-
10%.
Are you overlooking everything else that she said as far as him being like the perfect dude, but this is being one thing?
Yeah.
See, that's when it
Are you-
becomes fun. Like, instead of making it
I
an
like
issue
it. Yes.
or problem,
Yes.
okay, let me implement my creative shit.
See, I like that. You would
Now,
not. So you would not leave him.
I'm gonna put
for that
ice on the
20%.
floor or some shit
Yeah.
or
Put
something
saran wrap
to
in the
make
toilet.
you be. Now you go, what the fuck? Because I've
Right.
asked you numerous of
Yes.
times. I didn't fell in the toilet. I didn't hurt myself. You fuck around and hurt
Exactly.
yourself falling in the toilet
Right.
or whatever.
But you would
So,
be like, I'm tired of this shit.
Can
I want to
can
go.
I introduce
I'm
a
leaving
theory
this.
that I've always had
Bring
about
it.
this,
Yeah.
especially for a sister like you.
me?
Okay.
Okay.
This whole falling into the toilet thing,
Yeah.
It was just an example.
your ass is way too wide to fall.
I
into
didn't
the
fell in the toilet. I didn't. That little do people know that little 2.5 inches between the seat, the space of the seat, and the basin.
You what?
That's like a good 2.5 inches. If you didn't use the same toilet seat for 10 years, you know about how much you gotta bend down to sit in this motherfucker. I'm not expecting that extra 2 inches to be there. Imagine you fall 2 inches. It's not
It's
gonna be
not
like.
about the 2 inches.
I'm just
We
saying.
talking
I'm
about
saying that
seat.
the ass
I'm
can't
talking
fall
about
in the
the
seat.
width
No, we
of the
said
seat versus
your
the width of your
ass.
ass.
We said your ass. Your
I know I
ass
got
is too
hit.
wide
I know I got
to
hit.
fall.
I didn't fail.
She might fall in the seat.
The
Yes.
booty
You
cheek
ain't falling in the
hit.
toilet.
I felt the water on my ass. And I don't like it. And it be cold.
Okay, now you might have enough ass that it might have dipped in the water. I get that. All right, I get that.
You know what?
I
I'm
get
just
that.
saying.
But you ain't fell in no damn toilet.
But like, go back to what you said real quick.
Okay.
If he's doing majority of the shit and you just like it's just this one little petty
Yes,
thing,
yes.
you know, get creative and fun with it.
I agree.
and
I
just
agree.
Figure that shit
Because
out.
that 80-20, you might think, you know.
Cause you leave it for 20 and you think you gonna get somebody else and they gonna give you the
Right.
same 80, then they 20 is they crackhead.
Yeah.
Like I'd rather just tip the toilet seat. You know what I mean? So you gotta choose your battles.
Or she got
Carefully.
one tooth, you know, she got a rotten tooth in
Yeah,
her mouth.
yeah, but she
or-
loved me. No, bitch. Nope, nope,
Yeah, see,
nope,
see.
nope, nope.
Oh my
Grass
God.
might look greener on the other side, but it should be turf.
Yeah.
That's right.
artificial
It's
grass.
artificial
That.
grass.
Fuck that
It's artificial.
blue husky or whatever the fuck that shit they be buying. I'm straight.
I thought it was a blue Kentucky, sis.
See? Tomato, tomato.
Blue husky, blue Kentucky.
Oh, fucking Kentucky. I thought horses. Husky, fucked it all up.
Oh my gosh.
But anyway, our time is up. But thank you for tuning in. Hey, T-Vibes, girl.
Hey.
And we will be here next week for another episode of
Sister. See ya.
Warning. You are now tuned in to 7 Mile Radio.
Production.